Hi, my name is Vianna Stibal, and we're going to teach you guys how to manifest. So for over the past few years, our manifesting class has been taught over and over and again by many, many people. Because if you take the manifesting class, you are allowed to teach it. Some of the really valuable things have been lost, so we're going to go over with you some of the really amazing points that you need to know to manifest. So behold, here's your manifesting tape. And it simply begins by first learning how to manifest. When you use Thetahealing, you're going to learn to go up to the creator of all that is, and you're going to manifest. You can only manifest for yourself. You can't manifest for others. You can only manifest for what's in your life. If you want your son to get a job, then you have to manifest, you have to give him a job. You can't manifest for him a job. Because of free agency, this is how it works. So you can only manifest for yourself. Second of all, you need to know kind of what you're manifesting. So you need to know what you want and what you are going to do with it. A lot of times people can't manifest in their life because they don't know what they want. Now your brain is really smart. It can do a lot of things. So if all you want in your life is financial security, your brain thinks, well, I have my whole life to do this, so that's my mission, to take my whole life to do this one thing. So what you want to do is you want to give yourself many things to manifest at one time. A list of things to manifest so that you can actually get your brain to start checking off the list and manifesting in your life. So when you want to manifest for a soulmate, it's important that you know what you want in a soulmate. It's important that you know what species that you want or what gender that you want. When you manifest for a compatible soulmate, you want to make sure that you're manifesting for a compatible sexual soulmate, someone that is really there for you. If you're manifesting for someone to love you unconditionally, you're usually going to get a dog, because that's one of the very few things that can love people so unconditionally. You want to manifest for what you want to manifest. So you want to manifest for someone who's faithful to you. You want to manifest for a compatible soulmate that is monogamous, that is totally faithful to me, someone that I can love and grow with and that loves me back. This is how you should manifest a soulmate in your life. Remember, every time that you manifest, you say, this is in my life now. Now we're going to walk you up through a lot of ways of manifesting during this tape, but it's very important that we clear out some major issues. Lots of people started doing Thetahealing, started downloading people all these feelings about manifesting in their life and becoming rich, and they weren't working. They weren't working because they weren't clearing out the blocks that block people from manifesting. Your brain is very smart. Your subconscious is really quick and really, really fast to sort things out. So if you say you want something, your subconscious goes and sees what's going to happen if you get it. And if the outcome isn't good, you will block yourself from actually manifesting it. So we're going to give you several examples during the tape about different manifesting things that have been done over time, and hopefully this will really help you manifest. People say to me all the time that they want to be more psychic, but in reality, you use up so much energy in your mind with resentments. You resent people so much, it actually takes up space, valuable space that could be used to increase your psychic phenomenon. We're told that if we get rid of our resentments, that we will literally increase our psychic abilities to the point of moving things with our mind. That's how much time and energy resentments come up with. So one of the things that you need to actually practice on when you're doing any kind of manifesting is to sit down and clear your resentments. Find out why you resent this person and how it has helped them. One of the things that really block you in Thetahealing as far as receiving what you want is your resentment. Now resentment takes up an enormous amount of time in your brain, so what you need to do is just sort of sit down and really clear out some space for your brain to work, because it's going in all kinds of directions all the time. And one of the best ways to actually get results from healing is to clear up resentment. Or if you want results, especially in manifesting, you want to clear up your resentment. So you start with who you resent. I resent my father. Mr. Father here. All right, so why do you resent him? I resent him because he beat me all the time. Now understand, this is not my father, this is just an example. And he said I could never do anything correctly. I would never amount to anything. These are big reasons to resent your father. Now you could go and pull I resent my father and replace it with, I forgive my father, and that may even work a little bit, but not really, because your mind beliefs like building blocks on top of each other. And this building block is actually stacked on this one and this one. What did he do to you that made you resent him? So these are really important things that you may want to change, but before you change them, you need to take it a step farther. So he beat you, okay, and he said you would never amount to anything. So you want to take it a step farther in the belief work and say, what did I learn from this? Okay, what good thing did I learn from this? Well, from your father beating you, you learned that you would never beat your own children. You would never do that to them. So that is something really important. That's a belief that your brain's really going to hold on to. So pulling this one won't work. You need to actually make sure you work on this belief first. And then this belief that says, I will never amount to anything. What did you learn from this? I learned to be completely independent, that I could do it myself. These are really important things that you learned from this experience. So this is one of the reasons your brain will keep I resent my father. Not only does resenting him kind of protect you from his energy, but it gives you the key of these really important beliefs which you learned. So what you want to do is you want to go up and ask the Creator to download that you can love your children without hurting them or beating them, without having to be beaten yourself. And you want to teach your brain that you can be independent, but you also can be interdependent and let someone help you sometimes, that you can learn balance with this. Not codependencies and not completely independent, but that you can allow someone to come into your life and you can actually share something with them. And that way you keep this belief without being told you're no good or you'll never amount to being anything. So really you're changing these, but you're keeping these to an extent, but you're giving them a little bit more thought pattern behind them. And when you do this, then the resentment for the father just disappears. And it just fades away. So if you check the person to see if they resent their father, it's gone. Because when we come here to this planet, we have a responsibility to our children, when we have them, to teach them certain things. And how your spirit learns these things from your father is entirely up to you. And maybe your father wasn't the greatest father, but he still taught you independence. So in reality, you're saying, thank you, Father, for teaching me this, but I no longer need you to make my life miserable. And you kind of free him from that belief. So as his resentment disappears, you may want to follow up with an extra belief, which is, I know how to live without this person making my life miserable. So that you can drop that energy and still keep these good beliefs. Now, resentment work is, again, really important to find out why you resent them and what you learned from them. And if it's something good, you want to keep it without having to go through the bad. You've already gone through the lesson. You've already gone through the moment of trial, tribulation, and experience. Now what we want to do is harvest the beautiful things that have happened to you and get rid of the fact that you have to resent this person. This clears up the brain, clears up activity, and makes room for true manifestation. So think about it. Everything in your life matters. Everything that has happened matters. So if you can actually see what you're learning the whole time through everything in your life, you'll start to begin to piece together what you're learning here on this planet. Okay, another thing that really blocks people from actually having anything in their life is that they spend so much time wanting what everybody else has. So their neighbors has got a new boat, so that they need a new boat. Coveting what somebody else has accomplished in their life, wishing that you had done that. Thinking that you are the one that deserves that it should be yours and not theirs. And this also wastes a lot of time in the brain. So coveting and working on what you want that everybody else has, changing that to being your own set of goals and what you really want is really important part about manifesting. Next is anger. It's really easy to be angry at the Creator for not giving you everything that you want. Blaming anyone else but yourself is not a good idea. We are sparks of God, and we can create our own reality. We create our own reality every day of our life. We create it by saying things like, I can't have this, or I shouldn't have this, or I barely have enough to get by. These words are detrimental for your creation process. So watching and reminding yourself not to say these words is really important. But also releasing and getting rid of the anger that you have, that you haven't got to the point that you should be, that it's everyone else's fault but yours. really just sit down, relook at your whole self, release the extra anger that you are giving to everyone else, because this is also a waste of time. Something that your subconscious does to protect you from manifesting what you want in your life. Notice I say the word protect, because your subconscious thinks that there's something that may come bad out of it. It will do its best to prevent this. No belief that you have does not serve a purpose. There aren't just negative beliefs that you have. There are not just negative beliefs that you have. You have these beliefs for a reason. Your brain and your mind and your whole being thinks that they're serving a purpose, that they're protecting you on some level. So releasing the anger is really important. It's a major block in manifesting. So get rid of the anger and let's move forward. One thing that prevents people, probably one of the biggest things that prevent people from manifesting, is the fact that they don't know what they want. So their subconscious just freely creates whatever it wants to entertain you. You see, you're here to learn from experience. If you don't direct what you want in your life, your subconscious will more than happily create something for you. So what you want to do is make a list. Write several things that you want in your life. Go up and use the Theta Healing to manifest. If you're manifesting and you hear something say, oh, I can't have it, then you know you have a block. Go up when you manifest and visualize it completely. Visualize that it's in your life now and that you have it and that it's real. Once you start making a list of what you want to the universe, it puts your powerful subconscious, your powerful soul together with a spark of energy to create whatever it is that you need in your life. So when you go up and you manifest, I want you to manifest as if you had all the money in the world you wanted. What would you do with it? What would you create with it? Go from there. Make sure you know what you want, and then watch things happen for you. One of the things that actually blocks people from manifesting is that they believe that their partner is against them. It's hard to manifest when your partner doesn't want you to have it. It's hard to manifest the perfect figure or the perfect body when your partner would rather you be a little heavy. And sometimes you're polite enough on a subconscious level to allow this. But you need to understand that the only one that really can block you is you. So if you believe your partner is blocking you, then maybe on a subconscious level, you've actually set up your partner to block you. I mean, on a subconscious level, if you're afraid of success, which more people are afraid of success than they are of failure, then maybe on a subconscious level, you've set your husband up to say you can't do this so that you don't have to try. So once we clear people's fear of success and actually really work on them, their partners usually all of a sudden want them to succeed. So using the excuse, your partner is against you, is a bad excuse. It's a waste of time. In some cases, can a partner really be against you? In some cases. But usually your partner loves you on many levels, and they're more than happy to keep you blocked if you're afraid of moving forward. One thing that really blocks people, and this is in the things that block you, is the poor me words. Oh, poor me, I don't have anything. Poor me, it always happens to me. All of these are special little sets in your brain to keep you from moving forward. So you're going to have to learn to avoid saying poor me, or it never happens for me, or it works for everyone else, but never for me. So you get to avoid this. This is a genetic excuse. It's been used by our ancestors for centuries. It might be already in your DNA, and you may have to practice not saying these words, but avoiding them can make a big difference in how you manifest. One of the things that keep you from actually achieving what you want is the fact that people overspend. In many of my classes, I tell people I make out my checks so that the Creator knows how much I need, but I don't send them out. I don't overspend what I don't have. I only spend what I know I have. This keeps things on a certain balance. However, I have to explain something to you. I tell my subconscious how much I need, what I need, write out the checks many times for it, and wait to have the money before I send him. This way I'm telling the universe what my needs are. And need is not such a bad word. As long as you know what your needs and your wants are, you can manifest. So it's not wrong to need more than your rent, or to need more than what you have written down. You can write that down as one of your own needs. So overspending is a problem that sometimes people make in Theta Healing. What they make in Theta Healing is they think that now that they're healers, they should go out and buy everything that they can on credit so that they look successful. In Theta Healing, we're training you to be successful. One of the things that we teach you to do in Theta Healing, and this is something that is definitely strictly us, we teach you how very stressful a budget can be to your subconscious mind. People set up budgets all the time, and what they do is they allow so much for each thing. Eventually the subconscious gets tired being put into a wall, and you go out and you overspend. You go out and you spend a bunch of money on something you don't need because you're just so tired of being told what you can have. Write down what it is that your needs are. Go up and manifest them. If you're a Theta healer, you're limitless on what you can make with appointments and with classes. You can manifest everything that you need in your life as long as you manifest them with a clear view that this is what I want, this is what I need. Now we're telling you that if you need money, you manifest the money. So this is how it works. You're clever, you're intelligent, you can actually do this. So really important that you don't spend it before you make it. Plan on what you need. Put out to the universe what you need. Make what you need, pay the bills. Okay, one of the things that really block you from actually manifesting what you want in your life is believing that the government or people owe you something for nothing. We gave birth to an entire generation that lives on believing that the government or everyone that you work for owes you something for nothing. It's called the next generation syndrome. And what this is it believes that everyone owes you something, that the state owes you something, that everybody owes you. Really, in this world, you get what you earn. You get what you deserve. You earn what you get. And so you need to make sure that you program yourself that you're allowed to earn, and that you take yourself out of, I deserve them to pay me this pension or them to pay me this, and put in that I can earn more than this. I've actually seen people stop manifesting for what they want in their life simply because they thought if they manifested too many classes, they would lose their Social Security. In reality, if you're manifesting millions of dollars, you won't need your Social Security for right now. Do not limit yourself by these ways of thinking. Keep moving forward. One thing that we learn when we're small children is that we don't take something from another person. We don't take the toy from the other child. We're always told to give it back. A lot of our people are told to take something for nothing. So that means that if you're not paying your bills, then you're not playing the manifesting game right. If you owe taxes, pay your taxes. Manifest what you need to pay your taxes. You need to make sure that anyone that you owe money to is written down as somebody that you need to make sure is paid. This is really important, not taking something for nothing, because on a subconscious level, your mind knows it's not right and will actually sabotage you. So if you owe a friend money and you don't pay them, then you're actually sabotaging yourself in some way. So pay your bills. Getting a download that you know what it feels like to have all of your bills paid off is very helpful in this way. Pay what you owe. Another belief that can block you is that you make more than you spend. If you make more, you spend more. Well, of course you're going to make more and spend more. And there's nothing wrong with this. I believe that the more I spend, the more I make. So I tell people that they need to get used to actually doing something for theirself. That if they go to the store, they should buy themselves a present. They should buy themselves a pack of gum. Even if you only have 30 extra cents, you should actually get in the habit of finding something for yourself every once in a while for 30 cents. Every time you do something, you should give back to yourself. This causes a flow of money. This actually helps you move forward. You can change your programs. You can change it to, I can save money, I can make money. But always make sure that you are moving that money through, that you're not feeling like you're completely too tight or you won't be able to move the money. Money is just energy. It's just energy. Okay? The belief that money is the root of all evil. Ah, there's a good one. You believe that if you have too much money, you'll become evil. Well, here's one for you. Most people can become evil on their own. In fact, they don't need the influence of money. In fact, lack of money can make people become very evil. So abundance is energy. It's all energy. Money's energy. Teach yourself that you're just moving the energy and it will move for you. Don't give it more power than it's worth. It's just paper. Teach yourself that money is energy. Okay, one of the things that block you from your classes more than anything is the fact that your ego gets in the way. You're so busy telling people how good you are that maybe you should actually practice on being good. You're so angry when somebody else gets a class and you feel like they're taking people away from you. This is all a waste of time and all a waste of ego. One thing that actually really blocks you is demanding proof of the Creator. This is probably one of your biggest blocks that you could ever make in manifesting in Theta Healing. If God is real, then this is in my life now. If God is hearing me, then this and this and this must happen. You never give the energy of all that is an ultimatum. That's simply ridiculous. Since you're tapped into the energy of all that is and you can manifest whatever it is in your life, you're actually setting yourself up for failure so that you don't have to manifest. So quit blaming God and go up and say, this is in my life now. Find out what's blocking you using the belief work. Change it and watch what happens. Another thing that actually blocks you is complaining. Complaining all the time can really block you from manifesting. If you complain all the time, how are you ever going to manifest? So avoid complaining. Now, for your belief work. First thing you want to do when you want to manifest is you want to have these key first things. Write down on a piece of paper what it is that you want. Write down what you want in your life. Make sure the list has 5 to 20 different things. See it. Look at the list. Then go and create it. You're going to go up to the Creator. You're going to manifest it's in your life. And as you're manifesting it's in your life, you're going to see yourself there. You're going to see yourself there completely. And as you see yourself there completely, then you'll be able to see your blocks if there is any. Okay, that's the first part. Lesson number 1. So first of all, write down everything that you want. Then you're going to imagine going up to the Creator and creating it. I'm going to raise you up to the Creator and let you create what you want. Once we do this, you're going to ask yourself, what's the worst thing that's going to happen if I have this? And then we'll be able to find your blocks. Okay, so I've told you about all the negative things that you've done. So let's talk about the positive things that are working for you, shall we? So here's how you do it. First, you set your intention. You know what you want. You know what you want to do with it. As if you've had all the money in the world, what would you create with it? How would you create it? What would you do with it? If you're going to create a healing center, who works your healing center? Who pays the bills? How do people get along in your healing center? Are they getting along? Are you drawing to you the right people to work together, or are you just drawing people together to work with you? What kind of house do you have? What does it look like? Is it something you like? Is it comfortable? What kind of furniture do you have? What kind of soulmate do you have? Are they nice? Are they wonderful? What does it feel like to hold their hand? Do they make you feel good? Are they fighting with you all the time? Do they get along with you? Are you bored with people who are too easy? Do you want someone more complicated? What kind of energy do you want in your life? Think about it and set your intentions. Like I said before, write down the list. Great ideas.